Dark Spectre Designworks. We make it. Howdy, folks. Today we're going to be taking a look at my Marvel Legends Symbiotes customizations. So yeah, I love the original run of the Venom comics that these guys show up in, and also many other comics, but that's what I'm a little nostalgic for, along with the Vidya games as well. So I decided to make them. Doing Riot, Lasher, and Agony. Lasher's obviously already been made, but never got him, and he's stupid expensive now. So, gonna make my own. Starting off here, we've got the movie Venom. Figured he'd be a good base for Riot. He's generally a bit bigger than the other guys. At least sometimes. And he shows up as either tan with gray and some black, and it was several different colors, but I decided to go with the tan, leaving some of the black from the original figure come through, and go with some gray highlights as well. Along with a brown wash, so he's multi-tonal. And here I'm just snipping off some tendrils off Carnage that I'm going to use for Agony. And this is a Fantastic Four Invisible Woman body with venomized Miles Morales' hands and feet. And an extra Scream head. Here we've got Lasher. This is a House of X, Professor X body, which is, I think, Pizza Spidey body, with venomized Miles Morales' head. The head's a little small, I'm going to be honest, but it's just too cool not to use. And those are Carnage hands, I believe. And for his tendrils, I'm just using some aluminum wire. Going right into the hole that's already in his back. And I will use some super glue and some milliput or epoxy sculpt to hold these guys in, and then sculpt over them to make some tendrils, which unfortunately apparently I did not film like an idiot. Sorry. On a trick for using super glue, if you use baking soda, it acts as a kicker / catalyst. You can also use that to build up layers, almost like a resin. And as you can see here, the tendrils that I aforementioned that I did not aforementioned. I don't know, is that a word? Forgot to film, but I just used some milliput and sculpted around the wire. And now I'm just smoothing them out with some wet sandpaper. And a little bit more aggressive sandpaper to get rid of some flubs. Just sand, clean, and I'm just patching some little holes with some baking soda and super glue. And now we'll get on to painting them. I am using a Vallejo black mixed with a little bit of white. The Professor X body, it's kind of a very dark gray, and I kind of like that, so I decided to try and stick with that, even though I ended up painting pretty much the whole body anyways. But at least this way, so the joints won't be as obvious, because unless there's some trick I don't know about, which I don't really see what it could be, I don't care how much primer or good paint or sealers you use, joints are always going to chip, scuff, whatever. This Vallejo paint does stick very nicely to plastic and the Milliput. Well, Milliput's pretty porous, so I guess it doesn't really matter. But not perfect, but comes out looking pretty nice. Here I'm working on Agony. I have a little bit of purple Model Master paint left, and I used that as the base coat. It's a metallic. Thought that would look cool. Plus, it's kind of what I had. Actually, they don't make it anymore, which sucks because the quality is really nice. But yeah, I just mixed in some lighter purple in with it. Going over with a really heavy, what this would be called. It's not really dry brushing, but I'm not fully painting it. I want some of that darker purple to pop through. I'm giving it some taps to give some texture. And here I'm just cleaning up Riot's head. Doing some work on the eyeballs. And here I'm just adding a purplish magenta color along some of Agony's parts in her hair. Now I'm just adding some green detail onto Lasher. Miles' head has some veiny veins and a little border around his eyes, so I'm adding to that. I never find any good quality like bright green paint, so this is just cheapo stuff from Target, but a few layers, it works. Plus it does have a lot of translucency, which is kind of cool. Gives a little bit of an effect. Some ambiance. And just more detail. I was being careful around the eyes, but I gotta repaint them anyway, so I said fuck it. And that's about all she wrote. Enjoy some glamour shots. Thank you very much for watching. Have a fan-freaking-tastic day. Do the YouTube /Patreon /like, subscribe, all that stupid crap, if you wouldn't mind. Much appreciated. Boy!